What's up everyone, Mike here, Rusty Garage and Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, howdy and welcome. If you're old here, howdy and welcome. So you guys have seen on the channel, my friends over at JXWVU sent me that 2500 watt power station to use here around the farm, and we've used it to run some cut-off discs, cutting metal pipe, skill saw, and some different things like that. That thing's got a ton of uses around here, it really does. And we're not done testing that power station to see what it'll do around here. But in the first video, I talked about different ways you could charge this power station. You've got house power, your 110, you've got your car that you can charge it from, and you also have solar panels. So in this video, we're gonna go over one of the ways to charge this power station. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's open the box and see what they sent us. This is nicer than I was expecting. So you can see my friends over at JXWVU sent out the solar panel kit for us to try on the power station. So my first thoughts, this thing is a whole lot nicer than I was expecting. It's got carry handles. This thing folds up onto itself. It straps together. It's got, that's gonna be your kickstand leg to hold the panel up. And then in here, you're gonna have your charging cable. That is a pretty thick cable for this thing. So let's get this thing folded out, hooked up, and we'll take a look at the power station and see how much wattage it's putting into that power station to charge it. Now this power station isn't all the way down. Solar panel, it's going to be a slower charge. We've got a nice clear sky today with the sun, so we should be able to see what this thing will put out peak performance wise. All right, we have the power station here. Let's go ahead and get this thing unfolded. We'll turn the power station on, see what it's at charge-wise, and then we'll get this thing set up and check out the wattage on how much the solar panel is putting charge into this. And then we'll see what the charge is at. We'll also see how long it takes to get this thing up to 100%. Okay, so each panel has its own kickstand that velcros back into itself. Okay. Get this partially open. I'm going to set this up. Let me move you all. I'm going to set this up here on the concrete behind us, right here, where we have full sun. So let's get that set up there, and then we'll move the power station as needed. So this is a 5-panel solar panel set. Okay, it is set up. It's right up at the sun. Let me get this charge cable unrolled. Here's the charge cable. I'm gonna set it right over here to the side so the power station stays on the concrete. Okay, and let's see what this is at. So we're at 92%. That's what it was several weeks ago, last time we used this thing, cutting that steel pipe. So this thing is holding the charge very well. You see the output wattage is at 0 because we don't have nothing hooked into it. Same with the input wattage, it's at 0. And this thing doesn't have to be on. We can turn it off, it will charge being off. You can see it is off now. So let's see how many watts this solar panel will put into this power station. And if you don't remember, here on this side, this is where you've got your overload protection, you've got your AC input, and then you've got your DC, which is going to be for your solar or car. So that's where we're going to want to hook up today. Okay, this thing is just going to plug right into it, just like that. See if you guys can see. We've got 298 watts on the input. Again, nothing on the output. We don't have anything going out. We've got almost 300 watts of free energy charging our power station. So that thing is at 92% capacity. We're going to see how long it takes to get this thing up to 100%. Now something like this is going to be great if you were camping, or like around here, if our power goes out, which does happen more than you think. When you live out in rural America, a lot of our roads have trees right next to them, right close to the power lines. The power companies do a good job of keeping the easement cleaned out. But when we get wind and tornadoes and things like that, it doesn't matter. You get trees on the power lines pretty regular when the wind kicks up or you got severe storms. So losing power is pretty common. But being able to have something like this power station and the solar panel kit, if we were to lose power, there's no doubt that I couldn't hook up our deep freeze that is full of all of our beef and hogs and stuff like that we butcher. This will help keep you from losing all that, because that is a lot of money that you put up in the freezer. In the past, when that has happened, we have had to run our generators just to keep our freezers from thawing out and ruining and losing all of our meat. So being able to keep the power station charged up and essentially not costing anything, just using the energy of the sun to charge it, that really helps. So another big use for this solar pack that I can see is if you're out working on your property somewhere, building a cabin, hunting blind, working on fence or anything like that where you're needing electricity, you can have the solar panel hooked up and keeping that power station charged up while you're working. I'm also thinking if you're out and about and needed this charging, instead of having it up on its kickstands like that, there's no reason we couldn't lay them solar panels on top of the Ranger and have that power station in the back seat or in the bed plugged in and charging. I think being up on top of the Ranger, that thing's going to get more than enough charge from the sun to keep this thing topped off. So you can leave these solar panels hooked up, because once this thing gets up to a certain level, once it's charged on that power station, it's acting like a trickle charger, so you're not going to hurt anything by leaving the solar panel plugged into it. So let's take a look at the input charge one more time and look at the percentage, and we're going to leave this thing and see how long it takes for it to charge. Okay, you can see we're up to 93% on the charge, and we are at 294 watts coming into this thing. So it came up 1% while I was out there jabbering just for a few minutes. So I really don't think it's going to take this thing long to get up to the 8% that it was down, but we're going to find out in this video, see how long it takes. So we will be back here in just a little bit and I'll give you guys an update on it. All right, everyone, it has been about 30 minutes. Let's check this thing out and see where it's at. Okay, hopefully you can see it is showing 99% and we're not showing anything to come in. So it has stopped charging internally since it is full. So I left for 30 minutes and I just came back and it was there, so it actually could have been done in 20-25 minutes. But that's what this thing's going to do. It's going to regulate itself. Once it gets charged and full, it's going to just kind of keep itself there. So I'm really looking forward to utilizing these solar panels whenever I'm out working, because I think they're going to help this thing out quite a bit, even though I've done quite a few tasks with this power station and it is astonishing how long that thing is lasting. Okay, and if you guys are wondering how quick and easy it is to put this up and move it around, let me show you that real quick too. So we're still plugged in. This thing's charged now. Unplugged it. We're going to fold two of these panels in, just like so. Then we're going to fold this panel. You can see the kickstands are automatically falling down, just like so. Now you've got your straps here and your cord. We'll just roll this thing up, put it inside this zip bag here, and it's that easy, quick and easy. It's fairly light. These are a flexible style solar panel, so you don't have to worry about them breaking as much because they're pretty robust. And you can see it just sits nice and easy right in the back of the Ranger here. But everyone, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found some of the information helpful. If you're interested in the solar panels or the power stations, they've got several different lines of power stations. I'll go ahead and leave a link to their website down in the description box so you can go check those out. But if you enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.